question is that why is it that this UK High Commissioner, you know, when he got to the UK, he started vomiting all manner of things. I think Aisha Yusufu should respond to her, because I remember Aisha Yusufu responded to this UK High Commissioner when she was running her mouth. The election was credible. Nah, the presidential 2023 election was credible. Nigerians should be grateful. Nigerians should do this and that. And Aisha was like, "Are you for real? Can you take this kind of a thing in your country? Oh, this woman don't see us finish." But all of a sudden, we are surprised that whether she's now an SI commissioner now, she's now in the UK and she's singing a different song, and people are like, oh, maybe something has really gone wrong. Meanwhile, since she has made that youth turn, amid the ongoing debate surrounding the outcome of the February 25 presidential election that was conducted by the Mahmoud Yakubu-led Independent National Electoral Commission, Inec, a chieftain of the Labour Party, Balogun Akin Oshitokun, has come out to share his thoughts on the recent criticism made by the British High Commissioner to Nigeria, Katrina Lange, on INEC's failure to upload results from polling units to its server in real time during the polls. Speaking during an interview on Africa Independent Television's Focus Nigeria on Monday, Osuntokun, who is the Director General of the Obidati Campaign Council, argued that the circulating video of Lange expressing her disappointment of INEC's failure to deliver on its promise to the electorate to transmit results live during presidential election was a complete U-turn from her initial claim that the February 25 polls were free, fair, and credible. He said, "I want to draw your attention to the video in case you have not seen it. The British High Commissioner has embarked on some revisionism on our flippant earlier statement that we should be proud of the election. It is a complete U-turn from all that she said earlier. She did mention that it was unusual and suspicious that the beaver stopped functioning at the point when results were to be transmitted. She also mentioned that she expressed her concern on the issue to the INEC chairman, who said he would take it under review. So it has gotten to that level before a British High Commissioner can tell you that the failure to transmit results gives room for suspicion. It says a lot of what they know, but unfortunately for INEC, there is no such thing as an information black hole in the world anymore. The real results will still come out." That is what we are saying. Why did he, why did she get to the UK before she started making a U-turn? All of them know exactly what is happening, but because of what they are getting and what they are benefiting. And thank God that a lot of Nigerians are coming out to stand up to them, that you cannot come and dish out nonsense here. Meanwhile, you can't even take quarter of what is happening. You can't even take it here. So maybe they believe that a majority of Nigerians will love that because we don't have system in place. Well, the UK is the biggest beneficiary of the corruption in Nigeria, so they would support their own so that the looting will continue. You're absolutely right. This is very, very true. Truth cannot be buried. It shall never be well with Professor Mahmoud and Tinubu. Obedience all the way. You see the INEC reg from Adamawa to see what that one is saying. What does that teach us? Can she alter the cell results, or can she influence the alteration of the result? So obedience Oshisekun lets us know what the woman can do. No, the truth is already there now, because you know that you guys manipulated it, and that's why you always say go to court. You always say go to court, but you did a shabby job, and you are using the power of they are using the power of government to suppress all of this. Is it's her. If she cannot obtain the results, but tribunal can. The most educated tribal and political rascal, we hate you. We hate you. See what this one is saying, that she cannot change anything, but the truth has to be said. INEC is one of the biggest problem in Nigeria, and that is true. power pass power, nothing will stop it or be from reclaiming his mandate. It is spiritual. It is all right, but the Prime Minister has sent congratulatory messages to the President-elect. What more is like rats making noise in the bush where lions are making ceremony? Of course, he has to do that to fulfill all righteousness. He has to do that. What is their problem? It's none of their problem now. It is you people. But that does not still take the fact that a lot of rubbish happened. We are the rats making noise. Well, and there's a kind of flashback then when FFK said how Tinubu was arrested twice in America over drug money laundering, according to Financial ID. But now it's a different thing altogether. This is nothing but another propaganda. She accredited the election when she was in office as a private citizen. Now in the United Kingdom, her comment is just like a comment from a cab driver you rode with from Heathrow to Hampton. It is irrelevant. It is not irrelevant. Okay. One thing is that who cares? 29th of May is a swearing day. You don't care now. And that's why Nigeria will continue to be the way it is. And you will still come back and be complaining. Things are not going where you are supporting it. And you still come back and be complaining about irregularities, the poverty, how you cannot do this, how you cannot do that, how Nigeria is frustrating you. Yes. Let us see how UK can stop that. Whether UK can stop it or not, that does not take away the truth on ground. But if UK cannot stop it, but God can stop it. The woman knows that our memories can never be forgotten in the whole world. Women, you can change anything. Probably the bribe APC promised her earlier before supporting the irregularities called election were reneged. You want to try APC? There's no way you can defend them without looking or without sounding unreasonable. She saw how dangerous Nigeria is. She was obviously afraid of the gangs of Lagos State. Now that she's safe in London, she can boldly speak the truth. The gangs terrorizing Lagos State, led by MC Oluomo, is the reason Madam was afraid of exposing the election rigging and violence and so on. Well, all these rhetorics, where will they lead us? As you people see evils and you are supporting it, evil will never depart in your home. I say big amen to that too. The money given to the woman has expired. She must have blackmailed for refueling, which of course Tinubu and APC see as breach of contract. So she had to say the truth since they refused to fuel her up. Whichever way, the truth is just there for everyone to see. For as many who care, because it's not everybody who care, it's not everybody that cares to go in the path of truth. If you don't do the abnormal thing, you can't make it. Like somebody said, oh, in Nigeria, you can't make it in Nigeria unless you dip your hand into shady things. Because if you want to do the right thing, it is almost difficult for you to do the right thing and you succeed. And that's why you see that a lot of people are emulating the politicians. A senior lawyer once said that he weeps for Nigeria, that politicians are celebrating and defending impunity, and that is the order of the day. They just have to defend it, because of, if you cannot beat them, you join them. So guys, let's say your opinion on this.